Okay, got it.
And just to let you know, remember that I don't have the pro account, so we will get caught in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Then
I didn't tell you. Okay, we will come again. If not, we could have used mine, but it's okay.
Oh, well,
no, it's okay. All
well,
right.
So in the previous meeting, we finished the checklist, and now we have to see how we continue with this process of the MVP. Isa, could you watch the previous meetings?
No, I couldn't watch the meeting, but I read the presentation. I found it very useful with a lot of links to read. So I still need to catch up, but it's really interesting.
It is
really interesting.
Okay. Well, so I offer myself because I like it, and
that's great.
If you don't mind, I can open the document and I will write your contributions. Yeah, I take them. Okay.
Thank you.
So here we go. Okay, so I guess that the 30th, this is the last one that we've done. Has to be. Okay, so what we said, tell me if I'm wrong, let me recap a little.
Yes.
What we did was to work on this checklist, which is the parameters, which shows the parameters of a well-designed online course, because it's very organized and it tells you the step-by-step process. But what we've done was to spell that out somehow so as to simplify the task for teachers. And what we have to do now is to put more content into each of these categories.
Exactly.
Right? So have the topics, accessibility, blah, blah, and they are all explained here. What we did was, not this one then. I have to open them.
If you want, I can share with you the link that Juli sent.
Yes, please, because I don't know what I did then.
Okay,
please.
Here, so all of us can have it.
This cannot be.
Okay, here it goes. Tell me please if you can access.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Okay, it's okay, I'm going to copy this in.
Here I have it.
Okay. Okay.
Would you
So
access
here we have the topics. Okay, fine. And learning objectives. We said, okay, so we start with general course information. Okay, these are the things. Here, this is the key slide. So what I think that we have to do now is to create a slide for each, yes, like one slide for each, make the front pages. Like we have these 9 topics, we have finished, yes, then we will see. But what we have to do is to create one slide per topic and put that information, each of these bits of information on one slide. And we add there a video that we like, some text, no? Probably the ones that I shared before here in this document or some others, no? Because we have to guide teachers. Now we have to create a storyline. So, but let's start. So maybe we can use this e-learning design checklist. We have this, and we start with the categories. So let's say something like in this section, no? So we will have the learning objectives. So we put this information there. or maybe like this.
Learning
So
objectives.
I will not use I will not make the front pages, just this, and then we, because that's bells and whistles, no? The frills for later. So I will insert the new slide. No, I will repeat the slide. Duplicar diapositiva. I haven't used diapositiva acá.
Click on this.
Listo. Okay, so here. Ahí está. So this is what I want. I want to duplicate this. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay,
And then you clean them.
And then now I eliminate. Okay, so for learning objectives, we have.
That's the one that we created in the app, isn't it?
Yes, here.
That is.
Okay, so let's start with this one. So these are the topics, no? So let's see. Well, then we reduce these because it's this, now we need to provide information.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so how are we going to present? I think that when we create the storyboard, no, it's like one of the first things that we have to decide is how we are going to, I mean, remember that what we are doing now is what in the design of the course is what then teachers will have to do when they design their courses. So the first question that we have to ask, I guess, is how are we going to tell the story? Is there going to be a character? Are we going to present the situation in context? Are we going to present the context of, okay, Maria is a high school teacher and she wants to prepare a course for her students. She's wondering about how to organize the mix between blended and no? The blended mix of the course. And she needs to follow some steps. And he or she, doesn't matter. Or are we going to address the teachers as you, okay, as primary, secondary or high school, or I don't know, university teachers, or tertiary level teachers, or regardless of the course you have or you're in charge of, at some point you feel that you need to organize a course. So the first thing you will do is, so are we going to address them? Are we going to create a character, and we can stick that character and make them follow the questions of the character, and we present questions the character has, like, how shall I organize the course? Are we going to address the teachers as you? What do you think? How are we going to present the line? What kind of storyline are we going to use for all the
I like the
questions?
idea of the character. I think that the character makes it more friendly.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And you
Or
also. You to avoid the he,
something
she.
like the question. Yeah, I like that.
So
We can,
a character would
or we
imply using he or she. If it's Maria, it's she. Come on, whether it's a man that identifies as Maria, okay, you're still she, I suppose. So, well,
Not necessarily. Okay.
it's a problem. Well, Maria, she.
why.
Well, what shall we do? I don't know, because if we put a character, we cannot say she, you.
No.
No. If we create a character, we have Pepa.
Third person. Yeah.
Pepa is a man who identifies
A name that goes for both.
she. No, we
A name
can.
that goes for
I was
both.
thinking of one of the.
Like Joan
No, I
or.
was thinking
Yeah.
about one of these, but I was thinking of these bitmojis that we don't know if it is a he or a she, and probably invent a name, which is the name is neutral.
Yes, we have
So,
neutral
I don't know.
names in English. We have names like
Yeah,
Chris, because Chris
Yeah.
can be Christopher
Christian or
or Christine.
Please,
Christina.
Sean. Yes.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, and then we're going to say Chris wants to organize his, her,
There,
There.
course.
There.
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 The
That is the
impersonal.
good thing about English.
A neutral there.
In person,
Yes, okay,
definitely.
fine. Let's look for an emoji.
Let's
Do you know? Do you want to share, Marce, your screen? I know that you are
the Bitmoji.
Bitmoji. Shall we look for a Bitmoji?
And I have mine in my phone, but I think it's my.
Can you share the
Isn't it?
link?
Bitmoji.
Okay, so we're going to organize it in this way because the beginning is maybe then it's going to be faster. So we're going to have the character and probably the character. Now the question is, okay, fine, we have a character, it's a Bitmoji. How is going to be the interaction with the character? Are we going to say, are we going to talk in the third person narrator? Let's say this Bitmoji wants blah, 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 blah. So it gets here, it does this, it does that. The first thing she does, they do
So
is this,
maybe,
blah, blah, blah.
what about
Or
if the character
we put
talks?
questions. Yes?
What if the character talks to the audience so that we are not thinking also of this, his, her, him?
Okay, I like that because he will say I.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's great. I love it.
So,
Okay, so we're going to have a bubble then. We're going to have the character. We're going to have the system of bubbles. Maybe if we can find an emoji or a Bitmoji that can make, remember a Powtoon? That I did that in other presentations. I did an avatar of Ceci and I changed the position of the body, the head,
yes,
the face,
that's
you know.
right.
So it was great to present things. So if we can have something like the old Powtoon, I don't know if it's still on because at some moment they discontinued the Powtoon, remember?
They limited many things.
Yes, let's see.
I can't see because logged into Bitmoji is my face.
Yes, the good thing about Bitmoji is that it's very versatile.
Yes, okay, Bitmoji. Bitmoji.
And it has,
yes,
Because
of
if you
course. Yes,
log
I have
in-
it in my computer, in my cell phone. Yes, okay. So, well, then we choose a character, no? That would be our homework probably. But we will do something like, yes. Can you make it?
I have never used Bitmoji. Do you need to create an account?
Ah, I have an account, but the thing is that if you have an account, there it shows you your.
Claro.
yes, that is what happens.
Exactly,
I
something
don't
like
know
that.
how to share.
Ah, okay.
I will try to
check.
see if I can share, I can create a new one.
Okay, so let's do this. We're going to, our homework will be then to think of a Bitmoji. Now I want to just do this. No?
Exactly.
I don't know. We're going to choose somebody. Vamos a hacer un poquito más local. I don't know. No, I don't like it. I don't know any. Ahí está. Me gusta. Then we change, yes? This
Yes,
is
no
just,
problem.
okay, so, oops, no. Ah. Ahí está. Here we are. Okay, so the idea is that here we're going to have this Bitmoji saying,
Let me find
llamadas. Ahí está, this. So we're going to have this, okay? Okay, so we have a character and we have to provide, give her, okay, who can start? So say hi, no? Okay, yeah. So she's going to talk about this now. On this slide, she will refer to this topic. Something like, hello, I'm X. I will be your guide along, no?
Yes, along.
This self-access training course on how to make your first
Online course.
online course. That is, we are going to explore the methodology, then we change words, no? Of the design. We're going to explore the design of a MVP, a minimum viable product, which is what we produce in the digital world. No, it's no, I don't know. A digital it's always digital, minimum product. We have the definition of digital product here. What is a minimum viable product? Ahí está. Ahí está. Y empezamos por acá, ¿no?
Yeah.
So maybe we have to copy this slide. Basta, Panda. Sorry, we operated my daughter. She's my daughter. Pandita. Okay. So I don't want to work alone, but I have a lot of things on my mind and I want to show you more or less what I have on my mind and then you change it. But the idea is that first she has to show all the things that we have learned ourselves. We have to show them here to the teacher, no? So we have to rearrange this information.
That's my question. Should we have all of it in the same slide or we can have like 2 different slides?
You can have 2 different slides, yes, okay, 2, 3 per topic. So let's learn about how do we define our objectives, but maybe learning objective is not the first. This is the introduction. No? Then we have or getting started. Getting started, no?
Yes.
So what are we going to do? Maybe this for later. No, something like this. So she says,
yes. It's very important to me to write to include the definition of the minimum viable product. I had to read in order to understand, but this definition is very clear.
Yes. So we are going to take what we have already got on the slides. So read the definition below, something like this. We are setting the style. So let's work on this first slide together and see if we more or less like the idea of conversation or whatever. Yes. And then if we replicate this, it's going to be easier. Read the definition, have a look at the definition below.
All right, we could include a question here before that one. Do you know what an MVP is?
I love it better. Better, much better. And MVP is lovely. Listo, so we eliminate this. Okay.
I don't know if
I cannot.
I don't know if we could include, probably not here, but somewhere, why we are doing this. Because we talked a lot. We talked a lot about our the distress that the online classes cause. I mean, sitting in front of the computer all day, teaching one class after the other, all present. I mean, all face to face, and that the purpose is to create a course that will allow us to spend less time and to provide a platform or material where the student will be able to work on his own, and then we can, because I think that is what motivates us.
Yes. So let's have a, what are we going to call this character for? Then we change it if we want.
Yes. Chris, because Chris is
Chris. Okay.
Because Chris or those, or also there are a lot of neutral names in English. So
okay. So we have Chris first giving her. So maybe her introduction should be here, no? So first she's going to introduce herself or themselves. Well, and so I like what you said, Lydia. Do you want to, how shall we frame it?
Probably after the definition of a minimum viable product, we could, or before. I wanted before. Yes, I think it's better. Nice to meet you. Getting started. Yes.
Okay. So here, hello, I'm Chris. And we got
before guiding, before that, maybe we could say that
as many of you,
yes,
I have many courses, and I have had to adjust myself or to accommodate to the new reality, not try,
yes,
something like that. And now I'm in the.
I have found myself spending.
I have found, okay,
myself spending long hours in front,
endless hours
at my computer,
trying to figure out how to organize my courses better in this.
Yes, maybe on my computer on Zoom and Meet, or then we can change it. But I'm thinking of what happened to us. We were there for hours, one class after the other, and we felt that sometimes we were teaching the same thing in different moments of the day or all along the week, teaching the same thing. And this was our bodies, my back at least, paid a very high price for this.
Yes, okay.
So trying to figure out how to optimize my lessons. Yes.
Long hour. I work long hours, sitting, designing, and I don't know. You
and
said
teaching.
Planning, teaching.
Sitting is okay. I work long hours, obviously sitting. Designing, planning, teaching, assessing the works.
Yes, the works. And I found I tried to figure out a way of optimizing maybe
my lessons.
My lessons. Creating. Yes.
Okay. Creating
an online course. This online course has this characteristic that it's partly face-to-face and partly not. I don't know how.
Okay, courses that would meet the new requirements of my students. And then the question, should they be face-to-face? Should they be all online? Can I have a mix? No, these are questions that we all have. So probably we can voice, no? We can put those questions in her mouth. Like,
yes.
I might say creating online courses that would meet the new requirements and needs of my students, no?
Yes.
In this digitalized, highly digitalized context, no?
Yes.
Context. And then the questions, should all courses be online? No. Should all teaching be, no, be through Zoom, on Zoom?
Should they be blended? Should they be presential? I mean, should they be presential?
I thought we are talking about teaching, so should it be presential?
Yeah, should it be presential or blended?
Online, as asynchronous?
Yes, that is the word I needed. Asynchronous.
Asynchronous in a campus, in a learning platform. Self-managed.
Yes.
Blended. Teacher guided or tutor guided, no? Because you have a tutor online.
Tutor guided.
Tutor guided, self-centered, centered. Ay, quiere salir, pero bueno. No? And then we have to. So maybe like this.
Yes.
Nice, yes.
To here we get like to get a live. No, okay, to because the purpose of this, I mean, okay, to work more effectively and to have a life.
Yes.
And to have a life.
Yes, I love that, to have a life. Yes, it's great.
Yeah, I've tried to figure out a way of optimizing my lessons, creating online courses that would meet the new requirements and needs of my students in this highly digital context. Should I be teaching? Many questions arose, no?
Yes.
Many questions popped up. Should our teaching be on Zoom or Meet? Should it be presential? Should I have a learning platform for asynchronous learning, for self-paced learning? No?
Yes, I found a term in a course that they are publicizing. The term is called digital well-being.
Yes, but that is what we try to generate with all digital, with Zoom,
yes,
with Meet, with... okay, we're going to add that later, but this is for asynchronous learning, blended learning. How can I... It's difficult to guarantee the digital well-being of the students, no? Because...
No, but the course is about the digital well-being of the teachers.
Yes?
Yes.
It would be interesting. I don't know if we would be covering too many things here. How do we, is it related to the points that we have mentioned, Lydia? Because
I have downloaded the article. I'm going to read it, and if it's connected with this, I will share it, because maybe some ideas have to do with this, with our well-being, because the student may spend maybe 1 or 2 or 3 hours a week, but we are sitting in front of the computer all day.
Yes. Well, but it's a concept that needs defining, because we don't know what digital well-being is, and it would be, well, digital well-being is to be, maybe we can, I don't know if I will, yes, you check it, and then if it's a term worth mentioning, we have to explain it on the first slide, and then we, on a separate slide, we develop the topic.
Yes.
But so far it's like, and to have a life. Oh, sorry, life, not like life, sorry, typo. Well, basically, okay. After hooking up with colleagues or getting together or with colleagues, I have come up with this course that we're going to share, or something like that. No, so I will. Is it okay? So after lots of research, collaborative work with colleagues, and what?
Discussions.
And what?
Discussions. Lots of discussions. that we
Discussions.
had.
Okay. Yes. Discussions. I come up with it's a condensed, no? We want to mention the word short and sweet, no? Maybe something like that, because we are not going to delve into what we want is to get them in. We said last time 4 hours at the most, no? 2 sessions, 4 hours to get an overview of what it is to design an online product with the minimum requirements to achieve minimum effectiveness, no? Basta, Panda, sorry, my dog was operated on today, just a few hours ago, and she wants to go out. Wait, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Bueno,
Come up with the answer, maybe?
Yes, with an idea, with an answer, with a solution, or with
Solutions.
an idea.
Okay, and then here we put the minimum viable product.
Or I have come up with the idea of a self-access training course.
Encima tengo un cachorro. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's
But
okay.
this is recorded.
No problem.
Okay, sorry. What did you? Any idea? How should I continue?
Maybe I have come up with the idea of a self-access training course.
Ah, that's great.
Directly.
Okay.
And I will guide you along it.
Okay.
Okay. Your first digital product. Oh, and if no, I don't know if you're first. An effective.
Yes.
Digital training product. No?
Yes.
Yeah. I like that.
That can be omitted now because we have mentioned it before. Yes.
Okay. I've come over there. So let me guide you, no?
Yes.
So
let's begin.
Let's begin with this tour.
Sorry,
something
we have
like
1 minute left. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, this is okay then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's a
Nice
good
to
start.
meet you. Fine. Now, getting started. This no. First of all, we are going to explore the design of
an MVP.
Yes, I know what I brought. Do you know what I brought is? Okay. Okay. So let's do those and whatnot.
Forgot to read. Yes.
Okay. So we said that Chris will introduce the topics and will make comments all along and pose questions. So we have a good now a storyline. Let's see if we can rescue anything from the previous slides about MVP. So we are in the MVP now, before we get into the learning objectives, no? So we have all these slides. This is ready. This we're not going to include. This.
Yes. I like this, the pyramid, because you can take one thing from the others. I like that. That one.
Yes. Yes.
But only this one.
Okay.
I mean only the
okay.
the part that it's.
Okay. So here maybe we have to get some information.
You have to crop the image.
Just a quote or something to.
We have to explain. Maybe this is also nice, no? To enter the market with a small budget, to minimize errors, because they have to know why they are producing it. What's the purpose? What is a minimum product? What is the difference between a lesson and a minimum viable product? No?
This one is interesting, yes. It's good.
And this is also good.
I would try to expand a little bit more on what it is. I mean, with a phrase, maybe that we could find after the cars, the van, and there should be yes.
These things probably.
Yes.
Or maybe this guy. Yes, maybe. This
In
is
this
6
video,
minutes.
I want
The
to
phrase
answer the question.
Below the video,
What?
can you see that one? It is the marketing strategy. Oh, well, I don't know if it's strategy.
Let's listen to this guy. Maybe.
Okay.
In this video, I want to answer the question, what is a minimum viable product? MVP. A minimum viable product is the first version of a product, the solution to a problem. And it's one that contains enough features, is of high enough quality to attract a first set of customers, and crucially, to be able to gather valuable feedback and information about how customers use and value that product. Frank Robinson coined the term minimum viable product in 2001. But it was Steve Blank and Eric Ries who popularized the term. First, with Blank's launch of the lean startup movement, and then with the release of Ries's 2009 book, Lean Startup. Eric Ries defines an MVP as that version of a new product which allows a team to collect the maximum amount of validated learning about customers with the least effort. And the stress on validated is my own rather than Ries's. And what I mean by that is simple. If you ask potential customers about how they will use, how they will value, how much they would pay for a product, when it's a hypothetical product that might be delivered, you will get potentially a very different set of answers to asking them the same question about a real product, giving it to them and seeing how they actually use it, offering it to them and seeing how much they will actually pay for it. The core purpose of a minimum viable product is to gather data. It's to find out whether people actually buy it, and when they buy it, how they actually use it when it's a real thing. For some startups, it also has a secondary purpose, of course, which is to generate some revenue. To be able to sell something to customers in the early stages of the startup so that you can return some revenue to the business, not only to give confidence to investors and to hook perhaps new investors, but also to inject some valuable cash flow into a business, particularly if your lean startup doesn't have a lot of funding. So once you've produced an actual product, a simple version of what you might aspire to produce, it could be as simple as a single web page. It could be a product that appears to be automated, but is actually backed by manual operation behind the user's awareness. Once you've got that, you can collect valuable information and feedback. You can allow customers to use the product and to ask them questions about how they use it, or indeed gather information in numerous different ways. The sooner you find out how customers use your product, the sooner you can adjust your plans, and therefore the less commitment you need to make. And of course, if customers don't value the product, don't use it, don't want it, then if you find that out early, while you've made a minimal investment into your minimum viable product, then you've minimized the risk, the amount of money and time and resources that are wasted. It's important to note that the idea of a minimum viable product is not about producing the absolute minimum functionality that you can get away with and make the thing work. It's actually about producing the minimum functionality and quality that will allow you to learn what you need to know. Because an MVP is about gathering information, and it's about managing risk. It's also important to recognize that although minimum viable product appears to be very specific, it's going to be problematic defining what you actually mean by minimum, what you mean by viable, and what you mean by product. However, it's fundamentally, for me, about risk management. Because if you think about it, producing the MVP adds a stage to your project or your product development lifecycle. That has a cost, it has time implications. But in exchange for those costs, you can reduce risk. And you reduce risk because you learn what the customer needs and are able to adjust before producing the final product.
This is crucial.
You can also look at the MVP process as a part of quality management. The ability to produce a minimum viable product and then to find out what its shortcomings are in terms of quality and where you need to boost quality for the final product will allow you to plan a better end product. So, to summarize, a minimum viable product is an investment. It's an investment in managing risk. It's an investment in producing a better product. It's an investment in managing quality. And that investment is recouped because the minimum viable product allows you to study customer and user behaviors in the real world to find out if they want the product, what they will pay for it, and how they use it. So we create an MVP to learn. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Show the...
Okay. I think that it's too
business-like.
It's too business-like, but we have to, yes, I agree. We have to I wouldn't put this one probably, maybe we can find another, but I think that we have to make a difference. I think that there's a point here. Teachers think, we're not going to tell them how to design an online lesson, how to make an online course. It's the minimum viable product has the idea. I mean, the basic idea is, I am going to invest time and money on this. How do I know that after all the money and the time I spend on this design, I will not have wasted it by designing a product that just 4 students wanted to buy and then I cannot recycle it, I cannot sell it again. So minimum viable product has to do with like a cash cow, you know, la vaquita lechera in marketing, to create a product that can make you get income, you know, money in so that you can improve it over time. But you choose, not all your services can be done with MVPs. You choose one MVP, which is your specific area of expertise or something, you package it, you know. So I think that perhaps we should introduce here the idea that this Chris wants to know how to package part of her knowledge, her expertise, so as to generate income, you know?
Yes.
That's the one of the, I think it's important. So at some point, I want to just write it, you tell me what you think, but I also see that I spend tons of hours planning with very little proportional economic return.
Yes.
A good point.
Make return, no? So it's the return on the investment, no? So so I wondered what I could do to generate income flow.
Income flow, yes.
Yes, at the minimum possible risk, no? By offering a product, a packaged product on a topic of my expertise. This is like
yes, I would say a packaged product of high quality, because he puts
yes.
he makes an emphasis on that.
Yes, high quality product on a topic of my in the shortest possible time, no?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Is this possible? Possible. I also wonder. Something like that. No? Is it
yes.
Okay? Then we change the language. This can be, but I think that we have to tell the teachers that it's not about designing a lesson, designing a class. No. We want to make money. I mean, we are all the time planning. We are all the time planning. We plan more than we sell the lessons. For every lesson that we spend 10 hours planning a lesson and we don't amortize it, never. We sell it to 2-3 students and that's it. So, no, I don't know what
yes.
you think.
Yes, I agree. I think that
you are so very right. Ceci.
Yes. For example, I remember when I attended, I told you, one of the Bell courses, we were like, in one of the courses, there were 7 or 8 people. But the course is a standardized course. So they sell it on, and it's, the teacher just has a synchronous lesson, 5 hours, just 5 hours. The rest of the time we were on our own. But then the second course I attended, there were 45 students in that group. And we all paid.
Yeah, but that's the idea. You make it once and you make the minimum thing you can sell at high quality, and then you sell it over and over. So the first time, it's at first, maybe you don't have investors, you spend your own time and money, but then at some point you have to have a return on the investment. No?
Yes.
And I think that this is, perhaps, I don't know, this video I think is too long and too business-like for many teachers. We can find another one.
Yes, no, I was thinking that maybe one of us could record something simple, right? To tell what it is about, the essentials, but not this video. This video is too long, boring. They will just not listen to it.
Or maybe we can repeat.
Look for another video. There are many videos also we can find. Maybe. I agree that maybe we can say something, or maybe we can find 100 of other videos. There was another one here.
Well, we could do that for homework as well.
We could make her speak.
Yes.
Put a voice to her and just.
Yeah, it would be nice if she could speak.
Right.
Design thinking is part of it, but we don't want to get too much into this, but we have to at least the pyramid that Marcela said, which is similar to this, no?
Maybe adding information would be a second course, let's say. Because that would be, yes, as you said, too long for this.
It is possible to make the cartoon speak. I don't remember if it's Vocaroo, one of these that you insert a mouse and speak.
Yes,
and you record.
Vocaroo, you can speak.
Okay, well, so we have to create a prototype. I think that we have to understand that an MVP starts with a prototype that is tested with a group of students and then improved. Probably that is the greatest summary you can give so that they get it. So maybe something like this. And I like the idea of making her speak too. So we have to add this somewhere. So it starts with a working prototype. I like that. So as you can see, an MVP starts with a working prototype.
That can be tested, as you said, with some
working prototype, because we want it to be conversational, that can be effective for your purposes, to be tested on a group of users who will give us feedback to improve it.
Give us feedback.
Feedback to improve it as time goes by. Improve it in coming editions. No, something like this. And then this as we have to. So here we have your slide, Marcela. This is what you said, no?
Yes,
We say,
that
how
one.
do we design it?
But then we have to, I think only this part, the
Yeah, but not this functional only, reliable. It has to have all these together. So
This is really clear because I made some notes when the man was speaking on the video, and he said minimum functionality and quality, and I can see here this functionality, this
Yes.
minimum.
yes,
Yes.
Very good, very clear,
Yes.
very
and the
clear.
design is also, because if the design is not very well, people will leave.
Uh-huh.
yes, yes. But also considering, but also reliable. It's not only functional, but also quality oriented. Considering user experience. UX. Ahí está. Listo. Something like this, no? So we have this picture. Then we can add some text from the article, no?
Some extra information. But this one goes to the points. The information is clear, is like the basis of the MVP. So
Yes.
I think
We can tell them that you can read further and we could include the link, no?
Yeah,
Also.
that's done a lot.
because
in
maybe
different
someone
courses.
is interested in expanding and knowing
Yes.
more.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so you can read, then we can extract some information from here, but we are designing the style of this text. So then it's going to be easier for us to continue developing the package, no? Okay, so this would be it, something like this. You can read further at, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Then what else are we at? Then we polish, no? But I think that, I don't know, you tell me what, if somebody else wants to work on the design, just go ahead. I can pass over the editing of the document to you.
Cynthia will know how to do that.
Yes, Cynthia, do you want to take over? Do you want to continue?
Would you like? Yes, I was thinking that maybe we can do this that you are doing, like putting all the ideas, setting all the design, let's say, and then work on
the design. Yes,
Exactly.
first have this draft, then maybe we can polish and do things. But
yes,
your
okay,
idea,
so now we have, let's
your
continue
ideas
with
are
this
very
then.
clear, Ceci.
Okay, good. So then let's continue with let's finish today with the, maybe with all the slides in draft with key ideas that we want to say about.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes,
here
and
we
then
have
if you
to.
want, I can give
blah, blah,
this
blah.
a different aspect, but yes,
Okay.
the good thing is to go
Okay.
on with it.
So first you have to think about the general. Ahí está. Anyway, we have to tell them the steps because they have to make a checklist. Well, then we see what's missing because we have to read the text ourselves. So your first step is to think about customers' needs. This is what we're missing. There's something previous to this. That's why I say there should be a previous slide about what your customers need, what can be the product that can give you the money that you need to sell it over and over, you know, which product your customers are. Yes, absolutely. Now, yes, after working my ass off for thousands of years and getting very little return, I still haven't made a profit out of Spiderweb. So I mean, we all know what it is to work like mad and get an income because of the hours we work. But I think that we are, with this product, we said that we are want to change or help change teachers' mentalities into more a business-like kind of thing, so that you can, the time we invest, which is so valuable, can be packaged in a product that can be sold over and over again. Because at some point we will want to retire, and we will not want to have our hour dependent on 1 hour, $1, 1 hour sitting down, or $100 or that. See, that's the idea. That's what we all want, no, Maria?
Yes, I love it.
I don't know. I still don't know. I haven't. I am just starting with the MVP because it's digital. But digital offers us this possibility, and I think we should write this in the slide. The digital world allows us this possibility of thinking about our area of expertise. Maybe we have to guide teachers in some questions. What are the things that your customers will likely pay for over and over? What is that need in your market that you can meet? Think about that. So maybe we should devote one slide to that, so that they can think about a good minimum product that can, a package that can be sellable, or at least that they can sell, even if they don't. Imagine this, even if you don't sell it over and over again to new customers, the fact that we use a product that we have already made with many groups that have similar needs, we are already saving time in the design. Because if not, we would have to be designing lessons and lessons for every single group or whatever. Having packaged things that can be offered to many groups of students, reused over and over, is an intelligent strategy. Even if this package doesn't allow me to get new customers, well, the ones I already have, I save time. So maybe we should include.
But the thing is that what I see with this, I love the idea. I love it, really.
Yes.
But I think I said this in the past. It gives more the idea of an institute. And in my case, for example, my students, I don't teach regular things. Each one is something totally different from the other. So
yes, but Maria, I think that in the future, very soon, we are going to need minimum viable products to survive in the system, because whether we like it or not, globalization is bringing in new actors. I know, for example, that in some places, in some provinces where they cannot find local teachers, because there is a horrible shortage of teachers in the system, they are hiring teachers from Peru, Ecuador, Colombia.
Really?
Yeah, and they pay them very little because, well, they haven't got all the things we have here, all the rights of the Estatuto del Docente and all that. So they have found a way of replacing us, in a way, with people who have no qualifications. But well, if you have a shortage of teachers, you increase the number of hours of English in all the system. And then, but you don't have enough teachers. So what do? They are hiring teachers from elsewhere. So we have to be more and more prepared every day. And this is a great tool, because then we can probably say, well, I can offer you, if you pay, my minimum viable product. I think we have to go a step forward. We have to be prepared for what is to come. And this is a great tool.
And when you think about this, you think about professionals, or you think about schools as well?
Both. They are doing it.
Yes,
yes,
as
they are
Lydia
already,
said,
this is already happening.
As Lydia says, there are vacancies all the time. Private, public schools, state schools, I mean, all of them. So we have to do something.
For presential classes.
No, for everything. Well, at schools these days in the city of Buenos Aires, of course, they are face-to-face lessons, but
yes, and now they are hiring people with no qualifications at all, because they need to cover. So we are qualified teachers. So we can go a step forward and create these things. And I mean, it's a tool that not everybody can create. So let's take advantage of our qualifications.
Yes, very interesting. Lydia, I didn't know those details, but yes, it's logical, no? So the market is moving in that direction. And I believe anyway that I think that there are 101 courses on how to design an online course, a blended course. I mean, there are courses everywhere, but who is teaching teachers to make something that can be business-like in the terms, you don't have to be working for business people or with business people to try to do business. I mean, this is our business. We make a living out of teaching. So why wouldn't we think that making money is correct?
Oh,
you know?
it's perfect. It's perfect. The
Yes,
only thing what I say is this, that's why I asked if you were thinking in school terms or professionals, because what I see, of course, if you are talking about beginners, this is perfect. But once you get students who are intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, I think that if you say, what has happened to me all the time is whatever I had planned, it becomes outdated easily, right? So that's why I find something difficult to plan something and to keep to it.
Okay, so then here we have to say, what would customers or potential need to pay for? We can give them ideas, no? I like that. What can you produce that will not be outdated easily?
So how can you update your course? I mean, because your course is yours, so you can always introduce new things. For example, there are now thousands of texts and exercises that have to do with the Queen. They have all now become out of date because
the Queen is dead.
They were even written in the present. So all that material, we will always have to update material. But if you have access, it's your tool. You can change it.
The point is that, yes, sorry.
I remember when I was studying at the institute a long time ago, there was an article in the book about Ayrton Senna, and then Ayrton Senna died 2 years before, after the book was published. Of course, the article was everything in the simple present, and it was in blueprint 1, which didn't tackle with the past. So they, what did they do? 2 years after that, they prepared the same article, they put it in another book, and it was all in past. Now that you said about this, about the Queen, I remember Ayrton Senna. So what I think is that probably, Maria, what I think is that with higher levels, it's even easier to create materials because they understand the language. So you can decide on the topics you want to include, and then you change the video, you change the article, you change whatever, but the product is there.
The structure is there. We have to design an architecture.
Because the people know the language.
Yes.
But they know the language. So it's very simple. I think it's very simple to create something for higher levels than for lower levels, because lower levels, they don't understand the thing. And you have to prepare simple things so that they can understand on their own.
The point is that we cannot develop something for us as an MVP. I mean, we will have our regular lessons as usual. We will work on our book, with our books, with the internet sites, with our platform, whatever. If we design to make a product, a Coca-Cola bottle out of this product, it has to be a special product. I cannot do it with everything because it will take time. But it will be my special. I will offer my lessons in the same regular way because it's impossible to do an MVP with every single course topic I teach. No. I don't use it for beginners, for example. I mean, you can make a course for beginners, but you know the difference, sorry to finish because I don't want to forget. You know the difference in newspapers? We have news and then we have features. You know, in newspapers, news are Ayrton Senna is dead. the Queen Elizabeth has died. The Queen is dead. Long live the King. Okay, so that's news. But then we have feature articles. Feature articles are the what, for example, I mean, if you want to make an analogy, are the ones that are never outdated.
Yeah,
and at least they are not outdated in 10 years. For example, how the Earth revolves around the sun. And
Remember
until,
that-
I don't know, science proves that the Earth is flat, then that would be, but it will take a lot of information there. So
Remember
features,
Clarín
we have to
newspaper
create
when we
articles
were-
with features, courses
this
with
will be-
features.
Ceci, sorry. This will be something like, remember Clarín, Sandy Clarín? It was the newspaper to read the whole week because you had the headlines at the beginning, but then you have the different sections.
Yes, it's true.
And you read the newspaper the whole week and it wasn't outdated. So
Yes.
probably this would be something like this. You create something that is compact, and then you change some other things, but not everything all the time.
No. And you have to choose something, for example, out of all the topics, maybe you say, okay, I'll make a course on email writing, for example.
That's it.
So,
developing
so you
skills,
make
I
an
think.
ESP course about email
Right.
writing. You can get different
Right.
students coming to the course of email writing. I mean,
Right,
I'm sure
that's
I
it.
have a PDF and I have a classroom for email writing, and we all have some email writing things. So it can be that.
Topics,
yes,
I
was thinking
presentations, talking in
is that-
meetings.
Yes, sorry.
Right. Presentations or something like that, presenting. But again, for example, you prepare something on presentation, but then you design it thinking, I don't know, a presentation for, okay, Coca-Cola, so people for, and then you have somebody completely different, so you have to change.
But you
well,
don't have to
but
make
the-
a course
yeah.
for, it's not personalized to that extent. If you want to add personalized
sometimes-
features, you can do them in the way, perhaps in the tasks that you give them. For example, not in the readings, but in the tasks. For example, I give students a personal presentation. I give them the general format for a personal presentation, but personal and professional. But then, I mean, I have students from laboratories and students, but they can all use the same presentation and they make, so it's the tasks, the homework or the tasks that they carry out are personalized because they use that information and they adapt it to, they make the transfer to their lives.
Okay.
So we don't, everything we offer in a packaged product has to be packageable. That means that most of the population that I am targeting, or all the population I'm targeting, can profit from that. Of course, each of them will have to, personalize it or make a transfer to their own lives. No, I would never make a package, an MVP for Coca-Cola, unless I'm sure that Coca-Cola will give me, I don't know, a lot of students over a lot of years.
Right.
Because it's not profitable. I make lessons for Coca-Cola if you want. We make the regular lessons, they are effective, fine. But why an MVP if I'm not going to resell it? No? Or
I
amortize
am
it.
sorry. I am sorry to be skeptical, but I feel that it's lovely. I like it, but I feel that it won't last. Because, as I said, it gets outdated, and new things are coming up all the time. And for example, in my case, what my students love is that I can work on the things that they need on the spur of the moment, or for whatever they need for the month, for the quarter, or whatever.
Yeah, but I do the same. You know, every single lesson of mine, I am reading laboratory news, and I am helping my students with laboratory audits that I cannot amortize with anybody. And I'm helping artificial intelligence, people writing articles about artificial intelligence. And that I cannot amortize with not even one single student. But that's okay. That's my special added value, if you want, and your special added value, Maria.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not talking about that. We will continue working that way. But I know many students that are really willing to do something on their own so that they don't have the teacher all the time. And anyway, when they meet me, they can have the personalization. And in fact, here we are also going to explain which personalized components you can include. No? How are you going to guarantee that different students...
Sorry, I have to go.
Well, Isabel.
Sorry, bye.
Thanks for being here,
Bye-bye.
Lisa. See you.
if we continue, if we make a presentation about how to make a lesson plan, it will not be, I mean, we can, but we chose not to because we already know how to, or at least we think that teachers know how to. We don't want to fall into the same thing that everybody's doing. She kicked us out.
I'm not paying for Zoom.
The purpose of a minimum viable product is not to stop personalizing our lessons. It's to systematize what we can systematize, so as to work once in one product and see if we can offer it over and over to different populations. And even if we don't get paid for the product all the time, we will use it for different groups, saving planning time if we have to repeat the session. I mean, giving emails, for example, writing emails. I mean, there's no point in me telling students if I can package it in a self-access course. No, some things they can do on their own, and then I can use my time effectively working in a personalized capsule moment with them to give them challenges, to see how they adapt it or they wrote the articles or whatever. But there is information that is standard and can be standardized. And that's what we say. And that's why I believe that it's, if we approach teachers always as teachers, we will always be telling them how to plan. The typical way we are always approached, it's always the same thing: work hard, plan, pay for your training, and we never think that this is our life. How can we?
Classroom only. Classroom
if we think teachers in the usual way, we are also exposed to administrators, parents. I mean, we need to start thinking differently, because I think that the old model, at least us, teachers of English, we have that opportunity. So I think that we should start changing that. For example, sometimes when I am contacted for a class, I have started telling my students or prospective students that they have synchronous lessons, but they also have to work asynchronously on the platform. I use Classroom, but I have uploaded so much material in Classroom. There are so many things, but all that, they are things I created, or I found, or I selected, I uploaded. So it's part of my job, and that has to be paid for. It's not that I am teaching synchronously, but all that work has to be paid for. So I am starting to tell them that what they pay, the monthly fee they pay, includes access to that classroom.
It's a percentage because it's part of your work. Yeah.
But so far, before we started talking about this, I knew I was doing that, but I did not dare tell them this. So this has changed my view.
But my question is, your students, right? The ones that you say, okay, they can do this asynchronously. How old are they? Or, I mean, are they
all
students,
ages? Look, I have students starting at the age of 7, and I give them access to Classroom through their parents' mail.
account.
Okay, that's perfect. But I mean, at least the student, I would say the majority of students I have, they don't have extra time, or they say yes, but in the end, they don't put extra time for that.
Yes, but that is part of the presentation of the course. The course, right. Because I think that is where we fail. Probably we have to start saying that the course consists of
yes, of course,
lessons,
sure.
And also asynchronous lessons. And if the work is not done in the asynchronous part, that has to be evaluated too. So I am beginning to inform the parents in the report that the work in Classroom has not been completed. This means that I am checking what they are doing there. But this is allowing me to, to value the time I have invested in creating those classrooms for all the levels I teach. But it's a question of changing our frame of mind. This reading about the minimum viable product helped me to start looking at all the things I have created in classroom with another perspective. It's also part of my work, and they have to pay for that.
Definitely.
Celia, that we have to be more money-minded.
It's perfect. I love that.
Yeah, and that doesn't go because we have the worst thing we can do is to buy the BS of, because you're a teacher, and if you want to get money, that's it will be harmful to education, because that's what they say. Teachers don't want. Teachers love what they do, so they shouldn't be paid a lot. Not why.
No.
Lawyers also like what they do, I suppose.
And doctors too.
And well, ask doctors not to get paid what they ask for or whatever. So really, I think that there has been this idea that has been instilled in our minds that if you're a good teacher, that should be enough. That should fill your heart. And maybe you starve, but and then again, creating an MVP is not contrary to continuing our lessons, personalized lessons, a classroom in regular ways, but this is another kind of service we can offer. And even if we don't offer it as a service to the world, we can even offer it to our students, and we will be saving time in planning extra if we think that that product is for them. And if we don't think that that product is going to benefit a certain group, we don't offer it to that group. So in the end, it's just moving away from the typical. I'm sure that no teacher, or very few teachers, I cannot say no, but I can guarantee that very few teachers are aware of what it is to create a minimum viable product. That is a digital product to be sold to customers, potential customers, to be able to, draw a line out of your traditional way of teaching, not to just bypass somehow. We don't have idea of this. I didn't have an idea before. And I think that this is also professionalizing our work if we want to, because nobody forces us. Some people may come here and say, no, I'm not interested. Fine. No?
Okay. Yes, of course. Sure.
Marce?
No, I was going to say that probably what students, because what is the usual thing when students come to a teacher? I don't know, I have to solve this. I need to make a presentation to get a 10 in the, I don't know, probably at secondary school, they want to get a 10 in the subject. Or then another person wants to make a presentation for their job. Well, you create the minimum viable product, how to make a presentation. You give some hints how to do it, and then you can work on I don't know. Well, if you want to make a presentation, first you need to do this, or you need to get information about this, and you give like the guidelines. And this is what you sell over and over again. And then you personalize. This would be something like, well, I'll give you this, you read, and then you come back with something. And there you polish or you personalize this for that specific person. And then I think we can teach other teachers how to sell this. And there would be, first you can test what you have created for your own students to see how it works. And then you teach other teachers how to do that. And I think that is the idea, because not many, as Ceci said, not many people do how to sell something. Because you should listen to the, I mean, I have already told you 1,000 times about this page that I created. Well, I created it at the very beginning with it, thinking about the pandemic. And then my own students gave me feedback. Marcia, I cannot do this with the cell phone, so I realized that the complete page had been done for the computer and not for the cell phone. Well, and I started doing research, well, how to adapt the page to a cell phone, because most of my students would be getting to the page from the cell phone. Well, and there I learned, well, and then I at school I told my colleagues, I've done this and this and this, and now there is one day a week which I don't plan. Well, today you do this, and I don't plan, and it's at least it's one day a week, which to me, I have 80 students. I know it's not much. I know a lot of people have more, but to me, 80 is a lot.
Yes. The purpose of an MVP is to think everything before. So you started working, you created your plans and whatever, and then you said there's something wrong in the design. When we create an MVP, and that's what the purpose of this course we are giving teachers, the purpose of an MVP is to plan everything before. That's why we have the famous pyramid that says it's not only the functionality, but also the design, the accessibility. So all the questions we are asking teachers now to complete or to think about are going to help them. Remember that point number 8, question number 8, slide 8 is accessibility. So if you plan before, if you answer these questions we are going to give the teachers before, you are most likely going to come up with at least you will have the guidelines or the overview of a product that is likely to capture the attention of the people. And of course, the first thing you have to think to design the product is what general need is out there that I can meet, I can satisfy, no? So we cannot turn on our lessons, it's impossible, or our plans, our classrooms, things we have uploaded in our campuses and whatever, no, we can't. But maybe we can create some packaged little thing. And the important thing there is to have as many, the first time we launch it, to have as many people as possible working on the product, no? So as to have feedback to improve it and then sell it and continue selling it. No, that's the idea. Then people can decide, of course, if they want to continue working on it or not. But this slide is important.
Yes, I agree.
First, why you need it? Because you want to enter the market, you have a small budget. Then we see what Chris can explain. Then what are the steps? No, I mean, at least you have to measure. Here we can say, maybe we can include something like this. No, sorry, just an idea, but maybe we can write also notes like these, short notes, like identify the business need. What do your clients, students always ask you for? So we can simplify it for the teachers, no? Like, so it's like we can have perhaps in another color. We can also make comments on the slide rather than having.
Yes, because this will help them not only read, but be active at the same time they are reading and think about how they can put this into practice.
Yes, so something like that, no?
Are great.
So maybe we can have this identify what do your students need, no? And then this can disappear.
I can put here some kind of interactivity or something.
Yes, yes. Here, for example, make a list of the MVP features. Or consider the design process. Maybe we can say something like, we will see this later on, por ejemplo, cosas así, I don't know. Get a clear idea. Measure and learn. Bueno, I don't know. This is just an idea. Okay. In some slides, we can put like notes like this. Select an MVP approach. So here we can put, we can here include a link that says, okay, maybe we can have hyperlinks here also. Ay, no me deja. No, like, see the 4 approaches. No?
Yes, that is
in this link. Blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking that we can make this interactive. I don't know. No?
Yes, it's better. It's not just the plain photo there. I like that one.
Yes. Okay, so then, so let's continue with this. Now we have learning objectives, SMART. Bueno, we have this, we have this. Think of the title, the objectives, describe your course, write your contents in bullet form. This Chris has to explain. What are your materials? If you think about this, you already have. Okay. Then this lady can say, to write clear, SMART, and we explain objectives, go to the active generate, no?
Okay.
Okay, here. So here we have, and then we have, y podemos poner esto. ¡Ay! Sí, está bien. Okay, so, for example, I'm gonna say, go to this link, no? For example,
Yeah.
this is my main objective for this course. Teachers of English, we were to summarize the steps in the design of MVP product by means of visual representation created in our course. We have to explain this, no? Am I okay? Then
Yeah.
evaluation. How we're going to evaluate. Okay, so we have to explain this to the teachers that you're going to create a final project, no? How are you going to pass this course, no?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get a passing mark for this course we are doing? You have to create, this is what we said. So this is evaluation. Course evaluation. Esto lo saco, bueno. Esto ya lo puse, ¿no?
No, I don't think this part is not included.
No, a ver. No, esto está en evaluation. It was in evaluation, I didn't write it. Okay, let's see here. So this is the slide in which we tell them, how are you going to pass this course, no? How are you going to credit, no? To certify or certify, no.
We haven't decided that if we're
How are
going just to
we-
give a passing mark or how.
Yes,
we're
we
going
said
to
that
do it.
they will have to make it like this, and we have to create the rubrics. But this is what they will have to do, no? So, for example, sorry, in this case, the teacher has to think how he or she is going to assess their course, right?
Mhm.
So, how are you? Next, you have to think, sorry. Going to evaluate your students. There are many options. And here we have them here, no? Below, blah, 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 blah. And then we say, for example, acá. For instance, I am going to evaluate, to assess your accomplishment of this course objectives, no? by means of the following tool. No, something like this.
Yes.
You will have to make. No, this is what we said
Yes,
the other
exactly.
day.
Yes, yes,
No?
yes, yes,
So we tell them,
yes.
this is next step, you have to think about this. I have already done my homework. I mean, I have already thought about this for this course, and this is what you will have to do. No, is this okay? We are, no?
I like how you are combining the information you provide with the course information. So that looks great.
Yeah, we have to tell them what they have to do, and then we tell them that we are also doing that. No?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have resources and materials. I decided to keep this because okay. So what resources and materials are you going to use for the course? I don't know, we have to continue. Participation and commitment. I don't know, I am working mechanically, but I don't want to work alone, please.
Okay.
Do you suggest, no, but because do you suggest doing anything differently? Because I want to prepare all the slides now so that then we can work on on each slide individually.
Yes.
No?
Info in the slide.
Okay, this is participation and commitment section, then the technology sector, and we are finishing.
Okay.
3 slides more.
But anyway, as you
Hasta
said,
eso
after
termino.
we had the list, it was really faster. Because I thought that it would be like never ending, but it's not.
No, we have to just tell the teachers what we have to see there, no, what they have to look for, and some guidelines. Okay, Moodle has this advantage, this disadvantage. Moodle Cloud has this, and we give them the links. You can choose Google Classroom. We give them the tools, no.
It's really
But at
clear,
least we
yes.
focus on developing this slide alone. And what are the criteria to choose the technology? Maybe we can give them some suggestions, no? Is it accessible? Is it cheap? Well, I don't know. We are finishing now, and let's see. Support. How are you going to offer support to the students? A ver acá, support. Here, support. And the last one is, and then we can add some other things, for example, the digital well-being of the teacher, but that's not so related to the product, no? And accessibility. No, this is something that is not only for, so accessibility is important because it's not only about accessible from different devices, it's also, we haven't written it, but I'm going to write it now. It's people with differential capabilities, no? We have to make sure that
yes, for sure.
differential,
We
that
said that.
We said that, okay.
Yeah, remember last time I told you that I am doing this diplomatura at Flaxo, and they share, if they share the audio, they give you the transcript.
Yes.
And that's great.
That's great, always. So if we create videos, I think this is okay, no? So this is ready. Voy a dejar una por las dudas que haya borrado cosas que no. Okay, I'm going to be there. So this is what we've done. Okay. Okay, so we have our products now, our slides. We have to work on each of them now.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the learning objectives. Smart. We said smart here, and then we put them. Okay, so then here we have the evaluation of the course. Then they have to think about the resources and materials.
We have included it in the list, but we haven't mentioned the information about the course, like duration and all of that.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to do that. Let's do that and we finish, if you agree.
Okay.
Maybe
yeah.
this is the last one, and this is an extra slide. Okay, so let's answer our questions. Maybe we can have questions here, no?
Yes.
Title, like choose a short,
Catchy.
clear title. This is what we will have to do. Objectives,
Mm.
use, no, make sure they are smart. Like that. Only a few tips, no? Smart was S for, please.
I don't remember very well.
Achievable, what was it?
I tell you in a minute.
Maybe
Smart.
this can be written, yes, smart objectives.
Specific. Measurable.
Achievable.
Achievable. Relevant.
And timely, opportuno, achieved in the time that you want, that you are assigning the course. Maybe we have to, I think this point is very important. We can include, this can be on a separate slide. So we can say learning objectives, we're going to have, this is the second part.
Ceci, I found specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-based.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and we can tell them here at this point, we're thinking about learning objectives. We don't want it below. You can use this side to define them. Explore, something like that, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then the design, Cynthia, it's up to you.
Yes, I will
Title,
read that.
choose a
I always
shortcut,
get entertained with that.
Yeah,
But it
objectives, make
takes
sure they are
points and
smart. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Objectives. Okay, description. Okay, here we say, describe your course, so as to hook the students. Explain modality, tutoring system, and tutoring system. Modality and tutoring, because maybe it's a tutoring. Maybe here, is it self-paced, tutored? No? Okay. Be succinct. Contents. Okay. Make a list of contents in bullet form. And one suggestion: don't be too technical. Don't become too technical. Don't be too technical.
Be simple.
Too technical. No.
Okay.
Like jargon. No jargon. Simple present. No jargon. Refer to functionality. To functions or goals. To functions, that's not clear, no? Can you improve that? Refer to what students will be able to do or no?
To
Refer
take it, no jargon, refer to.
No jargon, maybe this is clear. A list of contents like that, no jargon.
That is enough, yes.
Target audience. Tell who this course is for. So students can identify.
Level, ages.
Level, age, profession, no?
Yes.
Level, age,
Purpose
profession.
also, because people have different purposes or different objectives.
Okay, purpose. But those are the needs, no?
Yes, those are the needs.
Language needs or communication needs. Materials and requirements. Do your students need what?
Bibliography or
Bibliography, technical requirements of the
Yeah.
PC.
Yes, I was going to say that.
PC.
And also, if a teacher, are
Mm.
you acquainted with technology, with apps? Because I think that the person who is designing the MVP has to be conscious about how much they can do.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Also provide the guides to do a tutorial on how to use the gadget.
Sorry, I don't get it.
Sorry,
No,
because,
maybe
yes, go
What
on,
shall I
Lydia.
write?
Sorry.
yes, probably if you are going to provide any guidance on the use of the devices.
Tutorials.
Okay, tutorials on how
courses.
to use a computer, but
How to use Zoom. Some people, now everybody.
okay.
Just one question now that we are talking about technology. By any chance, do you know how, for example, when you are using Padlet, right? And you use it with a group of students and somebody posts in Padlet. And then
Yes.
sometimes it appears your name and sometimes it appears and it says anonymous. How can you change and put your name? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know.
Is, I
Because
think that
somebody told me that you have to register in Padlet, but you can be registered and still appears anonymous when you post something.
unless you tell your students that they have to identify, because there is a way you can program it so that they identify, I think.
But I
Yes.
don't know how.
I don't remember very well, but yes,
Check.
in the features there is a way, because the student cannot leave the Padlet if they haven't written down their names. The thing is that once it is already done, I think you cannot change it, because that has to be set up beforehand.
Mhm. Okay. And when you are a student and you participate as a student, and you want to change this anonymous for your name, you cannot do it your own. Somebody else has to do it for you, the designer of the course.
No, they can change it. They can.
Yeah, you
Somebody-
can edit what
okay.
you have written.
I
You cannot
haven't
change
been
what,
able to.
but is
Okay.
the Padlet yours?
No, I am doing a course, and this course is on Padlet. And whenever I post something, appears anonymous. But I see that some people post and their names appear. And when I asked, they told me you have to register. But I am registered, and still my name appears. It doesn't appear, and you earn credit when according to the things you post and all that.
Of
No,
course.
well, anyhow, I will keep searching.
Okay, so is this okay? Am I interpreting okay what you said?
Yes.
Mhm.
Ah,
But
okay,
I
nice.
was thinking that in the part of material and requirements, there are like two sides: the target audience on the one hand, and the teachers themselves on the other side. That depending on the mastering that they have of technology, they should decide on the material they are going to use. Is that part of this
Yes,
or
but
not?
no, that's coming. No, this is just information about the course.
Okay.
This is not for the teachers, because then the other thing is the backstage. This is like the
Okay.
technical file. The backstage comes here when they think about the resources, if they're going to use Zoom
Okay.
or whatever, is one of these here. No. technology here.
This part?
The
Okay,
technology
perfect.
section. Technology the teacher will use. What will you use? Moodle, Moodle Cloud, Google Classroom, Zoom, no?
Right, so we include that here.
Zoom. Okay.
Well, sorry, we have 3 minutes left, and I would like,
To
you want
finish.
to connect again.
No, I think that's it.
I would like
Well,
to decide so when we are meeting again. Let me check.
Well,
okay. Well, let's leave it here. I will share the link now.
Thank you, Ceci.
So,
thank you,
so-
Ceci.
okay.
It will have to be a Saturday this time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So
Let
let's
me
call it
find
today
the
then.
calendar.
Well, we have to
Where?
see the thing about duration and violation. We know how are you going to assess. Well, then we.
I will try
finish.
to modify the design and show it as soon as possible so that you can give me feedback, and if
Thank
there is
you.
anything to change, I
Yeah.
can change it, of course. So we are going to
I will check the
October.
Padlet thing, Maria.
Okay, thank you, Mercy.
No problem.
The previous date that we had, sorry,
Yes, isn't it October the 23rd or
that is
am I wrong?
21st, what we had said before. So is that a Saturday? Let me check.
The 22nd.
October,
It should be 22nd, yes. Do you agree?
October 22nd.
Exactly, because it's Saturday, 21st, it's Friday.
Why do I have the 24th of Saturday, the 24th of September? Wrong.
No.
This is wrong. No?
October.
24th of October,
22nd of October.
22nd of October.
2nd of October.
Exactly, as usually at 9:30, so is
9:30.
that okay?
Let's see.
Can you make it, Ceci?
Up to
Mm.
now, there is no other SIG that day, so
Yes,
the only ones.
I think I have a talk with English for Sharing Worldwide.
Ah,
No, it's on the 15th. Okay, fine.
you want to agree?
Great.
Great.
22nd.
So
Okay,
we have the document there. Maybe we can, I don't know, because it will take long. I mean, we're at a good pace, but we have to promote it, close it, test. We have to do a lot of things. Shall we do any homework? We're going to disconnect now, but any homework? Shall we continue in the WhatsApp?
What do you
Okay.
suggest, Ceci? What would you like us to do?
After Cynthia finishes the polishing of the slides, I suggest that we decide, if we can, what information we would like to add if in each, maybe,
Slide.
yes, if we find a nice video for this slide or a comment, maybe we can make comments on the slides, just that, maybe not on all, but if you have an idea for one of the topics, one of the slides, make a comment on the side, yes? Como en comentario, no, not in,
Yeah.
Not on the
maybe
slide.
that, so that when we,
Slide, without modifying the slide.
yes, on the side, on the margin, no?
Yes,
Like,
okay.
oh, this is a nice link, I like this concept, I like this other thing. If you want to add in the slide, well, put it in the slide and say, this is Cecilia, this is